Hey, hi, hello, and good afternoon. My name is Amanda, and welcome to Harmony Portal Tarot Live. I hope everyone is having a fine Friday. It's very overcast and a bit rainy out there today, but I love that kind of vibe in the spring. We're on like day 5 hair, don't care over here. So forgive me. It was kind of raining and sprinkling the past 2 nights at baseball, and last night we had baseball and the very last soccer game. So our schedule won't be as sports heavy, although we still have, let's see, next week we have sports every single night yet again. Yeah. So hello, Jamie. Hello, Cheyenne. Everybody that's here, feel free to say hello. Drop a like on the video if you feel so inclined. We're going to hang out and do a collective reading today. The energies are feeling very, I guess if I had to sum it up in a like a tarot card, it would feel very Two of Pentacles. Like I'm getting all these downloads and feeling very inspired, but I don't quite feel it's the right time for certain things, or I just don't have the time. And even time has been weird, which I know we've discussed plenty of times before, but it feels to me like when I'm ready, like that little, I don't know what you want to call it, kind of limbo period when school is out and sports are about to begin. We eat dinner really super early, like we live at the senior center or something. And then I'm just like, kind of anxious, like, let's just go, let's just get going. I don't know what it is. Anyone else feeling this way with time? And I know tomorrow when I go get my new puppy, it's probably going to feel the same way. Speaking of puppies, I had a nightmare last night that it wasn't that the shelter gave my dog to someone else, but it was that these people just took him and he was like all dirty and not being taken care of. And I'm like, that's my dog. But I know deep in my heart, these, I guess if you want to call it a nightmare, are just me playing out these very deep seated fears that, I've wanted this for, at least 2 weeks. It'll be 2 weeks today, I guess. Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago this Friday that I learned about him. And I guess I'm just playing out those fears. But if anyone wants to see a picture, I know I sound like a broken record for those of you that have been here for a hot minute. These are my dogs that have since passed away, our beloved family pets. Here's Walter. There's Judy. Oh, whoops. My lovely dogs, and I just love them so much. And we don't have any dogs currently, for those that are new or just wondering what I'm talking about. But this right here is Arthur. He is around 17 weeks old. And I've never gotten a puppy this young, as far as like with this family, like my new family, meaning my husband and my children and myself. But as a kid, my dog had puppies, which we kept one of the puppies. And one of the other puppies, Pepper, that my dog had, we had to give away. And I was like just desperately crying, can we please keep him? Can we please keep him? And I actually tuned in that Arthur is that dog, Pepper, that I had to give away. And also part of the same spirit as Walter as well, even though their lifetimes kind of overlapped, kind of parallel-ish. As Walter started going downhill, Arthur was born and started getting bigger and bigger and, being weaned off his mom and then all that. So yeah, I know there's no way I can prove all this. It's just a feeling and all that fun stuff. So, and I love this picture of him. I promise I'm not going to take too long on the puppy talk today. I've done enough of that over the past few live streams, but let me, this is probably my favorite picture of him. Because, oh my gosh, the floppy ears, how they flop to the front. He's just so funny. I cannot wait to start training him and just having him as a member of the family. Just loving on him. Puppy snuggles and sleeping with the puppy are like the best. And the puppy breath is always fun. He's just so cute. What a character already. And we only met him the one time. It was 2 Saturdays ago, so it'll be 2 weeks tomorrow when we first met him. But I can't wait to see him again. He's so fun. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we can still proceed as normal on the live stream on Wednesday, but I'm not sure. What I'm gonna do probably is just schedule it don't donate if you're a regular here. Don't donate until I know for sure he's going to be able to settle down, because I'd like to just introduce you guys to him. So if we just have to do a quick little meet and greet kind of live stream, maybe that's what we'll do. And then hopefully by Friday next week we could pick up with the readings again. But I don't know, we'll play it by ear. I'll probably bring his crate into this room so he can be in his crate with like a little chew toy. Something to entertain him. I got one of those Kong toys that you can stuff with like treats and peanut butter and stuff, and I'm going to probably freeze that so that freezes the peanut butter with the treats and everything all in there, so it'll take him a long time to get all that out of there. Fingers crossed that this will hopefully let us proceed with our live streams while he is still in training and still a puppy and just getting used to us. But yeah, we have let's see, it's Memorial Day. I almost wanted to say Labor Day. Yeah, I got my dates mixed up there. Memorial Day weekend is upon us. So those that celebrate, I hope you have a wonderful, happy Memorial Day weekend. And Monday is Memorial Day itself. So we will have no school that day and a puppy on our hands. Hopefully everything goes according to plan. Yeah, and Wrigley finally went to school today. It's Friday, and this is the first day this week he's been able to go back to school. My eyes have been kind of like itchy and kind of burny kind of feeling, but I didn't get the really red bloodshot eyes. He still has the eyes going on, but I don't think it's contagious. And I told his teacher maybe just watch him so he's not like getting too close to kids and stuff. So shouldn't be a problem. I don't think let me see. I think this is the most recent picture I have of it, but it actually got worse than this the day after this. But both eyes were red, but the left eye was even like swelled and puffed up. And yeah, Boston's eye issue wasn't the same thing. So I guess just two kind of weird eye things going on in our family. And I don't think mine is even the same thing. Because it's almost like, when you've worn your makeup and by the end of the day, your eyes kind of burn because like makeup's like dripping into your eyes. It kind of feels like that. Or like if you're outside when it's cold and you have been crying or you've got allergies going on and your eyes feel like they're really hot and the rest of your face is cold. Like my eyes kind of feel like that. I don't know. But I don't have like, no redness. Yeah, I got retinas going on, but no redness. Yeah. Getting up close and personal with my retinas. Hello, Brianna. Hello, Lou. Welcome. And yeah, I think I said hi to Jamie and Cheyenne. I'm not sure if Cheyenne is going to be here for the reading. And Kirsten, hello. Oh, pink eye's going around like crazy in your area. Well, it could be that. I mean, it could be that, but it's very interesting. I've personally never had pink eye, but the times that the kids have gotten it, my eyes have felt about like what they feel now. Like I'll just kind of have a bit of irritation, nothing too crazy, and I never get like the major redness. But yeah, I've had like watery eyes, I guess you could say. And I just thought maybe last night it was the wind, but with everything else going on, it's probably a symptom of whatever this is. Yeah, watery eyes, itchy, red, irritated eyes. It's just going around, I guess. So. Yeah, maybe they sprayed something. And that was my first thought, actually, Brianna. So I don't think you're too far off the mark there. Yeah, they like to perpetually keep things going so that we are not at our best. Even if it's just a minor irritation, like your eyes itching or burning or watering, it kind of keeps you just, even if slightly askew off your A game. If you have a lot you have to get going or, a project you're trying to focus on, just a minor irritation can kind of shift your focus. No pun intended. Yeah, it's crazy. And they're constantly, these evil people that rule this realm, if you want to put it that way. I like to call them the powers that were, but, at the same time, they are still very much affecting us. I just like to set a lot of intentions, and I've just been so busy lately that my intention game has slipped. So that's probably why they were able to infiltrate my reality. Hello, Linda. Yeah, your phone's at 111 and 96, which is one of my numbers. Yeah, 96 and then the inverse 69. I remember you talking about that on Dr. Lupo's live stream. Which, speaking of, he starts, I think his Pinterest live. If you have Pinterest app on your phone, I'll just pimp his live stream out, even though he's probably not here. Just so you guys can see it if you guys get what you want here and then want to go somewhere else and watch some stuff. Okay, so if you have the Pinterest app on your phone, you just open it up like so. And then there's this little cool TV icon with a little smiley face in the center. You just click that, and that'll take you to the beta version of Pinterest TV. Yeah, if Dr. Lupo hadn't told me about it, I would have no idea it even existed. But look at this. He's up at 11:30 my time, so that's like an hour and a half from now. Yeah. So they actually schedule things out. I think they might have 3 different things going at once. So it's not like YouTube where you can just go live at any time you want. You kind of have to schedule in advance and all that fun stuff. Like this is, I guess, what's live right now, maybe? No, that's live Wednesday at 3 p.m. So I don't know that there's anyone live right now. Doesn't appear to be. Interesting. But yeah, if you want to head over there and show him some love, and if you're going to go show him some love, just talk, just chat in the comments. Even if you're saying hi to people, that'll help, because the only comments I think he's been getting are mostly so-and-so has entered the chat, so-and-so has joined, so-and-so has joined. Yeah, so check it out if you feel so inclined. So that'll be 11:30 a.m. Mountain Time, so about an hour and 15 minutes from right now. And my feelings won't be hurt if you go check it out, because who knows, I might be done by then. But after the live stream today, I got to go over to my sister's house and pick up a crate. We're going to try to crate train our little Arthur, at least while we're gone, and give him a safe place he can go to that's just his. Especially a lot of shelter dogs, you would think counterintuitively that they've been kind of cooped up in I won't say a cage. He's not in a cage where he's at, but he's basically secluded to this room that has a doggy door to the outside, which is a very small fenced area. And you would think, oh, a shelter dog doesn't want that. Some probably don't, but others do like the little safety of kind of their own zone, their own space. So we're going to kind of just feel into him, and I do have, I don't know if I'd call it a gift or just kind of a penchant for being able to kind of telepathically communicate with my animals. So I will totally follow his lead on what he wants, what works for him. If the crate isn't something he's interested in, we'll probably cordon him off like in the bathroom and stuff when we're gone, just so he's safe and not tearing up our house, all the fun things. Giving him lots to occupy himself with the little chew toys and stuff, and lots of exercise, lots of play. He's going to be going every single night with us to baseball this week, so he's going to be very stimulated. So hopefully, fingers crossed, he's going to want to sleep at night. Otherwise, I will be up taking care of a puppy in the night. Yeah, probably not today, but you'll follow them. That sounds good. And if anyone wants to check my stuff out, I'm going to hopefully soon be getting my ish together and getting a Pinterest pitch video together to pitch my, I guess my offerings and what I do. And eventually, hopefully, I'll be going live over there one day a week. Yeah, so if you want to follow my Pinterest, I don't have a link directly here, but you can just search Harmony Portal Tarot on Pinterest and you should be able to find my channel. I don't think it's called a channel over there. I don't know. My board, my profile, whatever it is. I don't have a lot over there yet. I do have a few of my shorts in different boards over there. My plan, of course, Mercury retrograde really threw a wrench in my plans this last time, and then just everything going on with sports and illnesses and this transition to kind of puppy-proofing our house, getting the dog. It's just kind of put a lot of my business stuff, besides the live streams at least, on hold for the time being, or pretty much the only thing, like I stopped doing my daily videos. They were actually, I think, hurting me rather than helping me in any way. So I stopped doing the daily shorts on Harmony Portal Tarot. I don't know if anyone's even noticed. Maybe, maybe not. No one was really seeing them anyway. A lot of people weren't being notified, and even when you go to the shorts section, they weren't showing up for some people. Like, I use my husband's account as kind of the tester or the beta tester to see what's actually going on. I couldn't find my shorts, even unless I found directly going to Harmony Portal Tarot, then going to the shorts tab. Couldn't find them anywhere. Even in the subscription of the shorts portion of his subscription, couldn't find them anywhere. So, yeah. Some reason they're not being shown, and I was very careful not to say anything triggering to the algorithm or too much truth, just very succinct, to the point daily messages. No harm done. But they still weren't being shown. So I just kind of, I will say, gave up on them. I'm sure I will still do something like that when I get the time yet again, but it'll probably be just a short video rather than me messing with shorts in any way. Not to say I'm completely done with shorts, but I might be completely done with shorts. I don't know. I'm just literally trying everything I can, and if something's working, that's great. If it stops working, I guess I will, shift my mode of operation, which I've just been constantly jumping through all these hoops to try to figure it out. My intuition's telling me it's really pretty much a lost cause at this point, but I'm going to try going off platform to see if I can get something going somewhere else. And I will still be on platform for the live streams like I'm doing now, at least twice a week, like I do, unless, something comes up, and then it might be once a week or whatever. But for my plan is to continue doing what I'm doing on this channel. My pick a card content, my daily message. Oh, I got some good luck coming in with my nose itching. But my nose has been itching a lot when I'm live. It's weird because you might think, oh, her nose must itch all the time because she always has been itching it lately on the live streams. I don't itch my nose that I can recall too much when I'm not on the live streams, which to me is like a boost of good luck. So yay. Thank you so much, Cheyenne. I appreciate the shout out for the liking of the video. Thank you. Yeah. So am I rambling? Probably. Sorry guys if you're just not interested in like the future of the Done Creative / Harmony Portal Tarot plans, but besides really Dr. Lupo, I don't have anyone else, and my husband. I really don't have anyone else to talk about with these things that actually knows what I'm talking about or cares what I'm talking about besides you guys. So, and you guys are kind of the first to know. It's the first I'm talking publicly about any of this. So hello, Florence B. Hello, my dear. Welcome back. Yeah, so all that being said, we can get into our collective message after I take a drink of water. Florence, you're just in time for our collective message. You had to, got to skip all my rambling, I guess. But yeah, like I was saying, it's a very Two of Pentacles kind of energy like, for me personally, you guys can weigh in on how you've been feeling. My sleep has been, it's weird because I haven't been remembering a lot of my dreams. I know I've been dreaming because I do remember, like when I wake up to use the bathroom in the night and stuff, I will know that I've been dreaming, but I could not tell you for the life of me what I was dreaming about. So, except last night I had that nightmare that I didn't get my dog, someone else got my dog, and I was like, I'm gonna get my dog. But there was also this little, in my dream, and I don't know if this is relevant to anybody, it felt very carnival vibes to me. It was this little, it was probably about this big, well, can you see that? About this big, and it was this like white, it kind of reminded me of like when you're doing bingo, when you spin the wheel with all the bingo balls in there, or they used to do the Powerball on the news like in the 80s and 90s that way. But it was like a carnival. It was almost like a Ferris wheel, and there were all these little like charms. Let's see. I do have some kind of similar to what these were, but not quite. Where's my charm? Oh, here we go. So they were kind of about probably this size of charms. This is a little boba here. It kind of looked like that. But they were little animals, little kind of fuzzy. They were fuzzy. And as a kid, I had this little necklace with a little fuzzy dog, kind of probably plastic underneath, but kind of like a velour or kind of fuzzy, velvety kind of texture. And all the little things were falling out. Yeah. Yeah, it's fun. These are fun. So they were, like this little size of things. And I wanted to buy the Ferris wheel with these little guys coming out. It kind of reminded me of, and I think it was broken, but I still wanted to buy it. And then I couldn't find my phone or my wallet to pay for it. But I remember it was $65.24 to buy it. And I'm like, ooh, that's steep. That's a lot of money for this little thing. And I was picturing me bringing it home, but I wasn't bringing it home here. I was going to bring it home to like my childhood bedroom in the house that my mom had that burned down. That bedroom no longer exists anywhere except the dump. It was taken to the dump. The house was tore down. So I thought that was very weird. But me finding that, and then I was going to put it back on the shelf where I had it, but it was in this big open field, and it was really just dirt. Like a field that has been plowed ready for planting, but was planted yet. Like it was very, like you'd step in the dirt and you just sink down. It was very pliable dirt. And Arthur came running up to me in the dream, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, what are you doing here? And then I pick him up and I'm holding him like a child. Like, his legs are on each side of my hips, and he's just like cuddling up on me, and I'm like, oh my gosh, how are you here right now? And then some lady's like, why are you holding my dog? I'm like, no, it's my dog, and I can prove it because we are adopting him from this place, and here's his pictures. But remember, my phone and my wallet, I couldn't find them, so I couldn't show her my phone to prove, hey, see, this is my dog. And then I remember saying, I'll just steal him, like thinking that. And then I'm like, no, I won't steal him. I'll take him back to the animal shelter, and then they will iron this out for me, and I'll get him the legal and proper way. And I woke up before I did any of that, though. So I woke up with this feeling of, I gotta get him. But again, I think it's subconsciously just my fears coming to play. But I wonder if there's a message for someone listening in about the carnival aspect of the Ferris wheel, the little critters in the Ferris wheel that kind of kept coming out of the dome wall, kind of, I don't know, it was like instead of a dome like this, it was more kind of sideways, like a ball. I don't know, it's weird. Really hard to put into words. Interesting times. Okay, let's tune in now for our collective reading. There are Two of Pentacles vibes for me anyway. Ooh, I love to see this. So there's some wish fulfillment coming for us in the coming week. So rest assured, something that you've been hoping for, wanting to manifest, or at the very least, just hoping something would go your way. Looks like you're getting your way, especially after a trying time, because as we know, the star comes after the tower. So there's some resolution here for someone, feeling like you're getting a good end of a deal rather than the short end of the stick in some way. But let's see maybe what area of life this star is really talking about. Okay, Eight of Fire, so Eight of Wands. Something is happening very quickly, or something that might have felt like it was stalled or just not happening for you, finally gonna start happening. And there's a sense of purpose and passion when you get the Eight of Wands as well. So there's purpose and wish fulfillment coming in for us this weekend through the coming week, which is super exciting. I love it. I love to see it so much. And I just love this like lit up village, because kind of from afar, it almost looks like it could be something on fire, and then this could all be smoke. But you get up closer, you see this is more of a mountain and like a cozy, like mountainside town. So it's almost like your perspective is shifting. And with all this eye trouble and eye irritation talk we've been having, is something that maybe once felt like doom and gloom or ominous. The closer you get to it, or the way that you see it, it's going to shift, and you're going to see kind of the silver lining or the brighter aspect of something that you thought maybe was more dire than it actually is. This could be relationship stuff. Maybe there was a disagreement. This could be, a missed opportunity at work. Something like this where you were thinking, oh, great. Well, now I have to sit this one out, or I don't get what I wanted. But by, I would say, Tuesday is kind of the day that's really highlighted for me, between now and Tuesday. No worries, JB, but you did see that they were missing, but my shorts were missing. Yeah, I miss them, but do what makes you happy. Yeah, I definitely love making those daily videos, but I think I'm just going to shift them back over to a short daily video. Rather than a short, it'll be a video, and that way it should show up in the subscription feed on the phone and on, your PC or your Mac, your computer screen. That's what I'm trying to say. All right. What else? All right. The Fool. I love to see it. Very birth energy here with the, almost womb portal. Almost like the birth canal. The person's coming out of there, taking a leap of faith, coming into a whole new world. This is what this feels like. And then we have this like spotlight, or kind of clouds breaking, sun coming through the clouds kind of energy, highlighting this flower here. So there is this sense of like reviving or coming to life of your dreams or of a goal. Doesn't mean you've realized the goal so much, but some of you might actually be accomplishing something with this star energy here over the coming week. But others of you are just getting this like, epiphany, download of information that's really going to serve you on a new path. Something that feels very fulfilling, very purposeful, and is going to happen relatively quickly, which is good. We like to see things happen quickly because we call patience the P word around here because we don't like to be patient. It's not fun. I was just thinking this morning that I'm where I've always wanted to be in life. I love that. Yeah, and a lot of times we don't realize that our current present reality is some of the wildest dreams we may have had when we were a teenager or a child or even in a past life, right? Or even in, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 2 years ago. Maybe not everybody is exactly where they want to ultimately be, but if you look back, you're at least well on your way to being somewhere, which is always a good feeling. All right. What else do we need to know in our collective? And then I'm also going to get an oracle card or two. Look at this. Big clarity is coming in hot. Truth bombs are being dropped on all of us in the best possible way, though. This feels to me like an empowered truth rather than a harsh truth or a hard truth to swallow. This feels very, yes, I knew it kind of truth. Not that you're going to go out and be bragging and boastful that, yeah, I was right. Suck it, suck it, suck it. I was right. Not that way. This feels very empowering and very, okay, now I know what I'm going to do. And again, with that purposeful, passionate, driven energy here of the 8 of Wands, this is beautiful. And then with the Star and the Fool, do not hold yourself back. If you're feeling like getting started on something, just start. It might be that not all the pieces are coming together quite yet, but with this 8 of Wands, you're getting some pretty good, there it is, yeah. You're getting some pretty good green lights under your belt to really make some progress on a project or in communication in a relationship or whatever it is you've got going on. You've got lots of good progress coming in. Let's see what spirit animal is coming in to aid us in our journey this week. And also, looking up here, this guy, I have one of him downstairs on my table. I might go get him to show you guys, but I didn't have the heart to just leave him. He didn't come out of the chrysalis the correct way. And I don't think in all my years I have seen a butterfly, and he's huge. He's pretty big. I'll go get him. I'll show you a picture of him first. He didn't come out of the chrysalis correctly, and his wings, this wing is all folded over. This wing's mostly missing. This one's got a tear in it majorly. He can't fly. And all the birds out in my yard were, pretty much doing this move. My son found him. My son Boston actually found him. And I was just like, I just don't have the heart to let him become instant bird food. So we cut open an orange and let him eat. And he's he can't fly anyway. So I guess I don't feel too bad. I do put him outside during the day. He's out on my back deck. I will go get him to show you guys up close and personal. But I didn't have the heart to just let nature take its course. I just wanted him to have at least a decent life for the last little bit he might have, or maybe he's going to live a few weeks. I don't know. I'll go grab him real quick. So hold tight, you guys. Yeah, so sweet that I did that. Oh, I just didn't have the heart to leave him out there to basically become instant bird feed. You're celebrating where you're at in life too. I love that. I've started saying I only have the present moment. I don't have yesterday, and I'm not promised tomorrow, just today. Like that butterfly. I love it. What a message. And it is this guy right here. He even had some of this going on, but it was hard to see because most of that was missing on his wings. I'll go get him and have him on my hand, show you guys up close, but you can kind of see the little touch of orange with the blue kind of coming up right here. You can kind of see it, but most of it was folded out, and of course it's missing here. Yeah, I will go grab him real quick so you guys can see him up close and personal. We'll be right back. All right. I think he's just going to serve as our main spirit animal message for today, the butterfly. But this is the little butterfly garden carrier thing. that we got when we ordered the painted lady butterflies. I think that's what they're called. I will grab him out of here. He's so sweet. There he is. Oh, we got an ad coming. I guess just in time. Look, he's hungry. He's like, is this a flower? Look at him. Can you see his little bit? There he is. That little thing going up and down, that's his little drinker. Let's see if he wants some orange. Squeeze some fresh orange juice for him here. Ooh, look at that. He's a thirsty guy. Getting himself a little orange juice drink. Which he couldn't even find a flower. He can't fly. And my flowers, I have a few dandelions in my yard, but a lot of my flowers aren't in bloom yet. A lot of my perennials aren't blooming yet because we had kind of a late spring here. He's thirsty. Sweet little guy. I just couldn't leave him out there. I do communicate with him a bit. He's to me feels very grateful. Yeah, he feels very grateful to me that, he's, got a nice disability check coming in with us helping him and taking care of him on hospice here. We're the butterfly hospice. But yeah, he's fun. He's just a very thirsty guy, so we're gonna let him probably eat. Yeah, but I love that he's like front and center on this. And he just flew right into our lives. And I don't even know what kind this is. Because I think monarch butterflies, and correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not like a butterfly genius by any stretch of the imagination, but I think monarchs are more orange, but they might be yellow too. I'm not sure. Yeah, I feel he feels very peaceful. He was just like in the grass, like he couldn't do much. He was just struggling in the grass, just from one blade to the next. And our grass was like this long. My husband had just mowed, I guess it was last Friday, so a week ago. And our grass just grows super fast here. So it was already pretty long. And poor guy was just getting stuck in the grass. And I saw all the birds in my weeping willow tree just watching and waiting for us to walk away so they could come and get him. I could tell that's what they wanted to do. And like, sorry to deprive you of a meal, but like, I can't leave a little guy. Sorry to break up our reading, but I don't know. To me, that feels like a message. The places or parts of you that do feel broken, just know that your own inner spirit can come and be that, hospice, or I won't say hospice because we're not, hopefully not going anywhere right now. But just that kind of disability that we, at least in the US, we have something called disability that you can, be on for some people a long time, other people's a shorter amount of time, to be able to take care of yourself. But I think there's such a lovely message, and he can't really rely on his or her. I feel it's a very masculine energy coming from this little guy. So I've been calling it a him, and he even has a couple broken legs. Hard to see probably on the camera. This leg, kind of the third middle leg on the left here, he's got half of that missing, and then the other third leg looks a bit deformed, like it's not touching, it's not walking, it's just kind of crumpled up under him. Yeah, but he's getting a nice drink. He's getting some early retirement, I guess. He's so fun. Yeah, he does have beautiful energy. Now I'm getting chills. So I don't know. I think there's a greater message than just for me. I think there's a great message for all of you that us really tuning in and relying on our inner strength will take us very far. So we're going to put him back, let him enjoy his orange treat here. And we're going to continue on our reading with this spirit animal deck. Of course, we've kind of got our main spirit animal mascot for the week ahead. I just want to call him Norman. I don't know why that name just came to me. Norman the butterfly. He's still majestic, though he may not be exactly what we would consider a perfect specimen. He's fun. So we have here the loyal llama with patience, stamina, and diligence. And there's that dreaded P word with the patience. But I love that we do have that 8 of fire, that faster moving energy to come in. In the areas that we have been patient, we are going to start to see some progress. It may not be to our ego's delight, but it will very least be feeling very supportive to our spirit. Persistence and peaceful grassland dweller, show me the fortitude in troubled times. So, like we were saying, is just, having this stamina and diligence to carry us forward. I think it goes very in alignment with our wonderful little Norman the butterfly here. He's already fluttering on the top. I don't know if you can see him. See him? He's fluttering on the top. He's a good climber. I guess that's good. That's served him, I think, in being able to really climb, even though he only really has 4 working legs instead of 6. Ooh, and now he's back on the bottom. But see, he can't fly. He's just kind of flapping down there. He can climb decent, but he's trying so hard to fly, and he has that instinct to fly, and it's just not working for him, which makes me feel so bad because, maybe part of why he wanted to incarnate was to feel that flight, feel the air in his wings, and I don't know. I feel bad for him, but yet at the same time, I don't pity him, which is, yeah, just that diligence and stamina to move us forward. Yeah, so he's still trying. He tries once in a while to fly, but at least he's got food and his basic needs, and there's no danger of birds coming to take him out. But the loyal llama, I love that little message. So let's get us one more. This seems fitting since we got some more butterfly action on the back here. All right, what else do we need to know? Our wonderful collective. And then we do have a couple of donations. I need to also update my list because we have had a few come in as I've been talking here. Or one more come in. So we will add a 1-card read for Kirsten. All right, anything else our wonderful collective here needs to know for the week ahead? And we have it here. Bring your monster flowers. Look at this. Wonderful elephant symbolism. I love elephants. I just think they are such gentle giants, although they can really throw their weight around when they need to. I love the energy of the elephant, the wisdom keepers of the earth, as they are so lovingly called. Hello, Sandy. Welcome. Look at this. So yeah, the number 18, bring your monster flowers. And to me, this feels like the monster energy. It's a very lighthearted, beautiful card. So I don't feel anything negative about this, but to me, this feels like the parts of you that feel like raging, or the parts of you that feel more like a shadow self. Treat yourself. Even treat your shadow, because a lot of times those shadow aspects are those unobserved parts of us that didn't get heard, didn't get seen, weren't able to feel to the ultimate capacity of whatever it was we needed to process. So we put them in the container of our shadow. So bring your shadow a gift, whatever that gift looks like, of self-love, self-care, indulgence in some way for yourself this weekend and going into next week. And of course, that number 18 might be relevant, but you add that together, that equals a 9, which is all about closing out those cycles and reintegration, integrating the monster aspects of us into something that really feels beautiful. And, someone who is, a butterfly snob, I don't know if that's a thing, but let's pretend there's like connoisseur or a snob of butterflies, might take one look at little Norman here and be like, yeah, that is not a perfect specimen. We are not even messing with that. We don't even care about that. It's ugly. It's whatever. But us here, we realize, no, there's some part of us that can resonate with poor little Norman here. And we really want to enhance or help and nurture those parts of us rather than deny or turn our nose up at them. So I feel like we need one more. Let's get one of the soul tree cards. Almost sounded like I said sultry, like it's sultry. The weather is sultry, or the sultry stare. But I said soul tree. Love this deck. All right, what else do we need to know for the week ahead? Our wonderful collective. Ooh, it's too many. I guess we'll take them both. We have sweetness and confusion. So it's like the darkness and the light, the happiness and joy, and the sadness and the sorrow, all coming together. Because look, it almost feels like a transition with this tree kind of leaning into the brightness here. The only real brightness here is this tree, and it's bringing other brightness online here as well. So really being sweet to yourself, even though it can feel confusing when you're dealing with shadow aspects, or even other people's shadow aspects coming out to play and trying to rain on your parade, or steal your carnival candy, cotton candy. So we were talking about the carnival stuff earlier. but this isn't allowing any sense of confusion to take your sweetness, your joy, your happiness away, because the confusion is being helped with this clarity of the Ace of Swords, Ace of Air. So any confusion you may have, I feel, is going to be very short-lived over these next, 7 to 8 days is really the time frame I'm getting for this reading here. So yeah, some clarity coming to help aid and ease the confusion we are feeling, which is always good. Not feeling that confused sense of who am I? What am I here to do? What should I do? And getting very good clarity on anything we have a question about. It feels so good. Yes, I do love the juxtaposition of those cards as well. It's just, you can't make this stuff up. Love it. Hello, Talia. I hope you're doing well as well. Thank you so much. All right, so I think now is the time. I'm going to add Kirsten, and of course, just Sandy has donated as well for full read. I'm going to add everybody, and I think today we're going to be using, oh gosh, don't tell me, remind me, what is this deck called? Sleepwalker Tarot. Very interesting with all the eye symbolism we've had. I do love, there's another Eight of Wands, which we had earlier. I love the colorfulness of this deck. I just think it's a fun take on the traditional, it's more in alignment with probably the traditional Rider-Waite depictions, which is fun. I love that. Okay, so let's get all these set back up. And then we'll have this deck we use for our collective, just kind of waiting in the wings if I feel like switching it up. So I'm going to add Kirsten's 1-card read. Sorry for my laptop screen jumping around. I am typing on. I have it set on a pad of sticky notes, so it's kind of wobbly. So my apologies for that. 1 card, and then just Sandy. A lot of people have problems. Oh, I'm glad I said it correctly. I think I'm probably the queen of mispronouncing people's names. So I feel good that I could deliver your correct pronunciation today. Yay. All right, so we're starting with our wonderful Brianna. Just let me know you're here, dear. I will just mark a timestamp, 4201, just in case you're not here. B degree 4201. 01. There we go. Now we have it. Okay, so here we go for our wonderful donation portion of the readings today. So Brianna, what does she want to know? Let's head over to she's here, yay. Okay, birthday weekend from the Divine and Mama Monica. Happy birthday weekend. I love it. So exciting. So many birthdays in here this week. And even around my birthday, between my birthday, which was April 28th, the day before, which I do believe was Kirsten's birthday, and the day after was Mama Monica's anniversary of her passing, and just so many significant dates here. But let's see, birthday weekend and just the message for this next year of your solar return. Oh yeah, you're April 29th. That's right. It was Earthy Deva, aka Anna, who's the day before my birthday. That's right. That's right. Okay, so let's see. And I noticed too that we do have a lot of people who watch here who have birthdays in October as well. So it's like April, May, and October, and February I think is another month. I know at least 3 people that have been to my live streams that have birthdays in February. So yeah, very interesting. Okay, so Brianna, yeah, we have Page of Wands. So inspiration is coming, and the 6 of Swords. So it makes sense if you've been feeling that stagnation and all this, it's about to shift. It's about to change, because this Page of Wands is new inspiration and just these epiphanies and ideas to really get you started. This is going to be a year you point back to. This age that you are turning is going to be an age that you point back to as like, this is when everything started. This is when it really started happening for me. There's going to still be a lot of healing going on this year, but a lot of communication specifically online or within your community as well. I always call this my internet card. So it's really cool to have this with, I know you wanting to, start these kind of online things and probably even in person businesses as well. So I'm really seeing you're off to a great start with a lot of good communication, feeling very inspired, very passionate. News coming from a lot of people who are even younger than you. coming in to assist you. You might even be hiring someone. So if your business really takes off in one capacity or another, or if you're hiring, someone to do your taxes or bookkeeping, something like this, someone to maybe possibly create a website, you're hiring someone, even if it's kind of more of an independent contractor situation rather than you hiring an employee. But whatever it is you're hiring for, you feel really good about their work that they are doing. So we also have the Seven of Wands. So this isn't going to be a year of you just being in that receptive feminine energy of waiting for something to come to you. You are taking major action for something to happen, and you're not backing down. A lot of times this can be a card of having to defend yourself, but I'm not really seeing this as you being in like defensive mode, more of like preemptively taking action and even communicating why you're doing certain things. So if you're certain people, that being said though, Brianna, there are certain people that just don't deserve to know the inner workings of what you have going on. So I would say pay very close, keep certain ideas or concepts or, plans that aren't fully formed very close to your chest from certain people, because they might try to talk you out of it. They might say, oh, that's a dumb idea. People say things without really saying things, just maybe very passive aggressive ways of saying, hey, that's a dumb idea, even though it's a great idea, just because they're projecting their own fears onto you. So you might have a bit of that going on this year, which it feels manageable though. This feels to me, even if you do get people's unsolicited business advice or unsolicited, oh, you're doing that, it's like, pay no mind, because they're projecting a lot of their own fears onto you this year, because they're starting to see you shine and it intimidates them. And a lot of times when we start to level up as people, or whoever it is, you start to level up, that kind of concerns people in your life because they feel left behind, or like if they don't level up, they're going to be left behind. And there's just a lot of people out there who are, I won't say content, but they're just very set in their ways and don't maybe even realize they can make waves in their own life and make changes in their own life. So they kind of try to project that onto you. Like, who are you to shine? Who are you to make waves? Who are you to make things different? But you're everything. You are everyone and everything. You have unlimited potential to make waves and make things happen. So don't let other people's projections rain on your parade. But I said wane, like the moon is waning. So you might really start to see this come about when the moon is in the waning period, going from full moon back to new moon again. That's when you really start noticing people are just just projecting their fears on you, and it has nothing to do with you. We also have here the Sleepwalker card, which comes with, that is the name of this tarot deck. I don't know where I put the box. I don't know. I've never drawn this card from this deck before, but to me, even though it's a sleepwalking card, to me this feels like very divine inspiration, especially pairing it up with this. You're getting a lot of downloads in your dreams. This doesn't mean you're going to start sleepwalking or anything like that, but to me, it feels almost like you are doing double duty. When you're sleeping, you're getting downloads, you're making things happen, you're getting ideas, you're even making actual actions or taking actions, solidifying future timelines for yourself while you're asleep. So one thing you can do before you fall asleep is to connect to your spirit, which is that fractal, that part of you that exists outside this matrix, to really make things happen for you in this material world. And you will be so just blown away by the amount of inspiration and downloads that are coming to you through your dreams. And there's also a lot of healing coming in with these downloads as well. Not just healing for you and your path, but healing that you can help and bestow upon others. Your dream state is so deep. Yeah, and I feel it's just going to enhance even more this year. Your dreams are going to become more vivid. You might even really be into lucid dreaming, or knowing that you're dreaming within a dream, and even contacting your own spirit that resides outside this matrix to get some really amazing information. All right, what else does Brianna need to know for the year ahead? From Mama Monica, this feels to me like from Mama Monica. We got the Hermit here. So this is the thing. When you start to deviate from the path that other people expect of you, you might realize that you're just really no longer vibing with certain people, or just not feeling too in alignment with certain people anymore. Doesn't mean these people are going to completely go out of your life, or that you'll never get to hang out or talk to them again. But for the time being, and I think this year is a great year to do it, because we are in that Hermit energy of the universal year number 7 already. 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 3 equals 7. So universally, whatever your personal year is in numerologically speaking, you can pair your personal year energy with the universal year energy to get a really good idea of what to expect. And that 7 energy is of self-learning, self-knowledge, wisdom from your spirit, getting a lot of good downloads and information. But that all being said, you just may feel a lot better just in your own space, in your own bubble, without other people's input, without other people's energy mixing with yours, their auras mixing with yours. Not to say you're going to become a complete hermit and cut everybody out or anything like that, but you just might, if you had been going out in the evenings and hanging out with groups of people, maybe instead of wanting to do that, you're just wanting to have a nice, comfy time at home to do some self-care, some journaling, some introspecting, some business planning. I mean, you're just very in the zone, very focused over this next year on your dreams, on your goals, which is cool. All right. What else does Brianna need to know? You may be alone a lot, but you're not feeling like you're lonely. There's a huge difference. Yeah, you're dreaming in a dream. I love that. All right, what else does Brianna need to know? Messages from Mama Monica and the Divine for the year ahead. Expect a miracle. I love it. And I love the dandelion with the ladybug. There might also be a message in that for you. If you missed our collective reading, we got a message from Norman, the deformed butterfly. I'm not sure if he's a monarch or what, but he's a very majestic. I still feel he's very majestic. So expect a miracle. In little Norman's case, the miracle was that my son Boston discovered him in the grass struggling to find anything to, eat or drink. And, we rescued him so he didn't become bird food. So that was a miracle for him, I think. Hopefully he thinks of it the same way we do. But yeah, and to me, it's like there's stages here, phases and stages that you're going through this year. You're going through a full metamorphosis. Because to go from, the seed to the little, one of these little helicopter seeds of the, propeller of the dandelion fluff that flies out, becomes, the seed that gets watered, that then becomes the little dandelion plant, gets bigger, 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 goes through its different phases and stages. And also dandelions do represent a lot of healing in and of themselves. You can eat or consume or use every single part of the dandelion, and it's very healthy. Dandelion greens have a lot of, I think it's potassium. And I don't know if you have low potassium or that's something, I'm just getting a download now of just making sure you're getting enough potassium. And when you do get enough potassium, that really does help with water weight. Anyone out there that wants to get rid of some extra water weight, up your potassium. And of course, you'd think it'd be counterintuitive to hydrate. But hydrate in addition to getting enough potassium. And I would say try to find natural forms of potassium rather than just a supplement. It would be much better. Speaking of hydrating, had to hydrate. Okay, let's get one more for Brianna. One more birthday message for the solar return year ahead from Mama Monica and the Divine for Brianna. And we have spiritual insight with sacredness. And there again, it feels very maiden, mother, and crone. We got the maiden, the mother, the crone. And she's pouring out a lot of emotional love and nurturing from the womb space, the womb portal. So you're giving birth to something this year. Most likely not a child. I don't really feel that vibe, but more giving birth to a new version of yourself. Giving birth to, bananas are a great source of potassium for sure. Giving birth to your business endeavors and all these great business plans and ideas and, however you're marketing yourself, you're just very fertile in the way of, coming forward with things and going back to the cycles, the maiden, mother, and crone cycle, the cycle of life. So you're really breaking out of a lot of ruts and finding your way, going through multiple cycles of something this year and learning a lot of valuable information, not just about what you want to do, but who you are on a deeper, more spirit level. So powerful. So I hope that resonated, Brianna. To me, it feels like this year will come with its ups and downs and challenges, especially by way of other people just not understanding what your vision is, or maybe they understand it, but it intimidates them, or they don't want to feel left behind, or, again, people projecting their own fears. It really has nothing to do with you, yet at the same time feels like it has everything to do with you, because our relationships and what, other people say to us, it is a mirror for what we feel about ourselves on the inside. So with that healing card of the Six of Swords coming out with this, I feel you're going to be able to heal a lot of other people's projections or, how they make you feel this year, which is huge, because if we can get out of our own way by way of allowing what other people think of us or how they feel about what it is we're doing for work or how we're making our money or not doing what they would have done, the more we can just step out of that and be more, kind of detached from their projections, the better off we're all going to be. Especially this year for you, Brianna, for sure. And then bless your lovely self. We got the number 29 there. So that number 29 is just Mama Monica checking on in to let you know that, yes, I love you. I'm with you. And she loves you. So she wants you to love you the way she loves you. So beautiful. So touching. I love it. All right. I hope that resonated. Thanks again for your lovely donation. And again, happy birthday, Brianna. All right. Cheyenne is next. Wait until you see my question. Conclusive lesson is maybe it is time to find my soul/spirit tribe. I love it. Hello, Julie's video. Welcome, welcome. Okay, heading over to email 4. And we did get another donation from 166 Jackie, so I will add her to the list real quick here. I'm going to do that, and then we'll read Cheyenne's question, just so I can keep this up to date. 166 Jackie. Right. Boom. There we have it. Okay. So, all right, Cheyenne. Hi, Amanda. I had a fight with my best friend. Oh, no. Her and her mom called me names. Are you serious? They called you names as she wanted me to visit her after she got her appendix removed. And since I said last week that I wish someone had visited me when I was in the hospital, and I think that truth hurt her. However, I sent her a personalized teddy bear and a card. Yesterday, I suggested we spend less time together, and it went back and forth, and I admitted I'm not comfortable around her, and I feel underappreciated. She said the friendship is over. Wow. Just for you saying how you felt, she's just like, it's over. Forget it. Oh my gosh. And I said, no problem, but she still wants to be best friends now. Okay, so she's all over the place, it sounds like. Maybe that cardinal message was that she's putting you on a roller coaster, Cheyenne. I'm sorry, I'm not meaning to laugh, but it feels very petty and very childish the way she's acting, for sure. She still wants to be best friends now. I feel like we're watering a dead plant, as I think she has a deep-seated competitive nature, and although I'm not perfect, I don't insult her about her appearance or personality the way she does with me. Yeah, that's just absolutely petty and uncalled for. Could I have guidance, please? Absolutely. I am so sorry you're dealing with this. Yes, childish. Yeah, again, this to me feels very tied to that past life. Very Six of Cups vibes for sure. But Six of Cups, but not in the way that we want to experience the Six of Cups. This feels very, again, just petty, childish. Am I shuffling these wrong? I don't want to get a bunch of reversals in here, but maybe it's happening for a reason. I don't know. I didn't think I was shuffling them wrong. Oh, no, it's just that the Hanged Man is upside down. That threw me off. Okay, so maybe you're feeling thrown off because I just was like, wait, this card is upside down. Are all of them? Okay, no. I didn't think I was. So you just might feel like this whiplash of seeing her one way and then the next minute she's trying to say, no, look at me this way. It also feels very manipulative. Her basically saying, I don't want to be friends, or I'm done with you, and then, oh no, let's still be best friends. That's two ends of a very different side of a spectrum, right? So to me, it just feels like she doesn't even know what she wants. So she's just dragging you along for the ride, and you do not deserve that. But let's just tune into her energy and see what her intentions are toward you moving forward, first and foremost. And then we're going to get some guidance. Yeah. See, she just wants to project all of her crap onto you, and it has really nothing to do with you, but you're a great mirror for her to just offload that. And it's not fair to you. It really isn't. So I would say really she's just coming at you from this place of grief or heartbreak, but she caused a lot of it, if not all of it. At least in this incarnation, I don't see obviously things that we do, and if she's a jealous person, just you shining can trigger her, which is not your fault, so to speak. It's not your fault. We do have an ad coming in 31 seconds, but we'll kind of take a break around that time for a water break, so we don't cut off your reading for you. But let's just see guidance in how to move forward with her, if there is a moving forward. Okay, so we do have the Four of Wands. So it feels like distancing your energy from her, or almost like breaking of a contract, because normally the Four of Wands indicates a coming together, a union of a friendship or a partnership in some way. Okay, we got an ad in 2 seconds, so we'll take a quick little break. Okay. Oops, dropping cards. Her mom said, I need help, and they said I'm disgusting. Oh my gosh. I replied kindly, and her mom left me on scene. I said, it's shocking. Your mom is 40-something, and I'm replying more like an absolutely. That is, but that just tells you the level of maturity of these people you're dealing with. They still feel very much to me like wounded children that are just lashing out and calling someone a poo-poo face and not taking responsibility for how they've contributed, or at the very least, hold your tongue and actually, communicate what you're actually feeling. Put those feelings into true words that aren't, you're a poo-poo face and whatever. It's like that. Wow. Yeah. A lot of projection coming in here. But let's really get a clarifier on this Four of Wands energy. Yeah, the Hierophant and the Ten of Swords. You're done. I think this is over. The clarification of this union is it is over. At the very least, you can't come back from that. I mean, traditionally, when this type of thing happens, because you have the Hierophant of doing things in a traditional way, if someone does this, you can't really come back from that, because even if they're giving you praise or being your friend moving forward, your gears are turning, thinking, well, she once called me this, or thought I was disgusting or whatever, and that's going to permeate into every interaction, every hangout session, every conversation from here on out. You can't really take that back. You can't reel that fish back in once it's been let out. And that's really what this feels like is, and kind of the message of the fish too. It's like, teach a man to fish, he'll have food for the rest of his life, but you give a man a fish. But to me, this feels like if you allow this kind of behavior and then continue to still be her friend, you're teaching her to fish, meaning that she can still treat you this way, call you names, push your buttons, and you're going to forgive her. And I don't see that you're going to do that moving forward. I just don't see you have it in your heart to just put yourself through that again. And if in fact you've become very disenchanted to her energy and you realize who needs enemies when you got friends like this, especially someone who calls herself a best friend, not today, not tomorrow, not any other day after now, is really what I'm seeing here. Is you're putting a quash on this. And it's very interesting how she might even come begging and pleading, and you're just literally turning your nose up, rising above the situation of, I'm looking down on that, not on her maybe, but on her behavior. And you don't have to allow her at a seat at your inner circle or at your table of friendship anymore. I doubt her mom will apologize, because her mom feels very catty, very childish. And I think even her mom has this one-upsmanship competition, or at the very least is involved in her daughter's one-upsmanship with you in some weird, twisted way. But guidance moving forward, I would just say this isn't something that you can sustain. If you don't want to cut her out of your life completely, you can still, I guess, have her as a friend, but I would never let her know another secret or, get close to her in that way. Yeah, I really see your best path forward is to end it. Let's see any guidance with ending this relationship. Yeah, the Two of Swords. It's very cool what we got here. That confusion, massive confusion. Do I do this? Do I do that? If I cut her out, then this other stuff's going to happen. Or if I don't cut her out, I'm going to always have to be on guard. Confusion. But you got the clarity to come in and cut through any confusion. You got clarity, you got truth. She has told you what she feels the truth is, or at the very least, her projection of how she feels about herself as the truth, that she's becoming the truth. Hello. Yeah, I've already told him about your Pinterest. I even showed him on the app how to get there to come support you. And I told him they better chat in the comments. Yeah, you start in 25 minutes from now, I think. Is that right? Dr. Lupo, aka Lupo's Lithomancy, aka Taryn. He's a man of many names. But look at this. You've got major clarity here. No worries. I don't look at it as that. I want to send the people that have got what they need here, they can head over. Oh, he's got the direct link for you. Look at that. I think it only works on a phone or mobile device though. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, 1:30 Eastern, 11:30 Mountain Time. Check it out. So that's what 25 minutes from now. But look at this. You got your clarity, Cheyenne. The truth, if it hasn't been revealed yet, will very soon be revealed, and you will see her true colors. I think they've already come out, though. I don't think you need to really put much more thought into what her true intentions really are. This one just fell to the floor. Unfold your own myth. Ooh, we're talking about truth, and a lot of truth can be hidden in myths, but there's just enough of it being fabricated or made up or fiction for it to now be called a myth. But there's a lot of truth hidden. Even if she tries to dial it back and say, oh no, I didn't mean that about you. I was just mad, so I said that. Well, obviously, you can feel that envious energy coming out, or her projecting how she feels that maybe that she is disgusting, or her mom might feel that about herself, and now she's projecting that onto you. But look at this. Unfold your own myth. I think there's just a lot of energy or information you can get from this. It's a twisted tale of multiple lives coming to a head, a pinnacle in this life for you to finally possibly cut cords and just not. I mean, the fact that you gave her however many years of friendship that you did and treated her with respect and love, and she really pretty rarely could give you that same back. I think it's time to cut those cords and just be done. And I would say remove them at the roots and do all that healing. And then the number 12 here. I don't know if you've been friends with her for 12 years or you met her when you were 12, or if the number 12, if something with your relationship is significant, or if something will happen on the 12th of a month. I don't know. You can kind of deconstruct that for yourself. You're so welcome. Absolutely. Oh my God. She always says that. It's a joke, Cheyenne. We're not insulting you. But here's the thing. I have never in my life, anyone that I've called, even a friend, let alone a best friend, said something like that. Ever. Ever. That's something you would say about someone you don't like, right? And even then, I'm not a person that even talks crap about people I don't like. I just let them live their life. You know what I mean? So, I mean, you can get mad and you can be, this to me feels very much like 6th to 7th to 8th grade girl behavior, not 26 to however 40-year-old mom behavior at all. So it tells me they've got a lot of their own wounded childhood sneaking in here. Ooh, and then this one here it was like flipped like this in my deck. So I seeked it out, sought it out. It's a 5 of Cups. So yes, you might be losing this friendship and this connection that you've had with her mother that, you know, I'm sure at times this mother felt almost like a stand-in mom for your own mom because, you know, you're a woman without a mom. So this friend's mom probably felt like that mother figure in your life. And you have every right to grieve the loss of these relationships. But look, there is a tribe illuminated for you if you just allow yourself to grieve and process what you've just been through or what you will very soon go through with cutting them out. There's something better, something much better waiting for you. And then we got the Magician on the back of the deck as well. So this is you really taking charge of your energy, your wonderful spirit, and not allowing people to treat you in the manner that they have treated you. They can conduct themselves with respect. Even people that you don't like, you don't call them disgusting to their face. You don't, make fun of their looks or their personality. I mean, you see a lot of those. They call those ad hominem attacks. It has nothing to do with the subject you're fighting about, but you just throw it in there just to be a complete butt. Not cool. Not cool. And that says a lot more about them than it will ever say about you, Cheyenne. So please don't take it personally. If they've said anything about your appearance or personality that really is already kind of a sore point or a sticking point for you, please know it has more to do with their projections of fear onto you rather than the fact that that's true about you. Remember, if this has triggered anything that you have felt insecure about, unfold your own myth, okay? So this is actually such a gift for you, this yuckiness you're currently going through. And I know it does not feel like a gift, but whatever it is, it's been triggered within you because of something that this mother and daughter duo have said to you. Really allow yourself to heal from that and examine, why did when they said that about me? Why did that trigger me? Is there a part of me that believes that's true and that's why it triggered me? Or is there a part of me that's always feared that would be true, even though I know deep down it's not, that has triggered me? Really examine, maybe even do some journaling about this. And then if you don't feel the need to keep these journal pages, because they're probably not fun things to reread, 5 years from now, you can always burn them or throw them away or whatever. But I think just allowing yourself to process what was said and done would be very powerful, thing for you. And then just to light a candle and do whatever kind of cord removal, cord pulling meditation or ritual or, whatever you want to call it, to remove their energy from you, not just in this life, but I always would clarify that with through all time, space, reality, and lifetime. And that will help start healing even the past connections you guys have had, so that those cords can't continue to feed off your vital life force energy in this life. All right. Big hug, Cheyenne. That's got to be very difficult. So I'm so sorry you're going through that. Big, big, big hugs. Okay. So up next, we got Kirsten's 1-card read, and then just Sandy will be on deck. And then after that, we have 166 Jackie. We're just cooking right on through our readings today. Oh, and Florence is also donated after Jackie, so let me add her as well. Okay. So Florence with a 1-card read. No, full read. For Florence B. And there we have it. It's going to take her a minute to type. No worries. We'll take a quick little water break. And Norman the Majestic Butterfly is trying to flap his wings over here. He's still so cute, though. I think he's beautiful, no matter what. He's just more of an abstract butterfly rather than a very, I don't know what we call it, more like still life or realistic. It's more of an abstract-looking butterfly, which we can appreciate. I know I can. All right. So, waiting for Kirsten to get her question typed out, and I'm going to just double check our list. I'm pretty sure we're up to speed here, though. All right, so, yep, I do believe we are caught up with what I got going on here. Okay. So, when I divorced, my husband had taken my contact info and posted it publicly on his Facebook shortly after I started getting spam emails and my personal emails. It's been a while, and I started to receive them again. Oh, no. That is just not fun. Oh. Again, we're dealing with someone who's very childish acting. That seems like what's going on here. And Florence is getting her question out preemptively. Thank you so much for that. Is he harassing me? Will a freeze spell help him leave me alone? All right. So let's just ask outright if he is harassing. It feels very like a retaliation. Like, oh, you're going to leave me? Well, I'm going to do this then. Yeah, it does feel to me like he's playing a long game. This is someone who's not going to give up easily. Even if he has no interest in getting back together with you, he still has some sort of animosity he's harboring for you. But let's just see if he's maybe shared your email more or has signed you up for things without your needing or wanting. Yeah. But I think with your freeze spell, with this death energy, it's going to help curb it because he can't continue for long. If you're aware of it and you do put a stop to it, even just energetically, either he's going to get bored and go do something else or focus or fixate on someone else, or just, I don't know. To me, it feels like his energy is completely being rerouted, redirected. So I do think that freeze spell is going to help you out. I would just say, instead of trying to send any of his negatory energy back to him, consume it. Check this out. If you haven't heard me talk, I've talked about it many times, but that's not how you spell the vampire's way to psychic, or I think it's just vampire, not the vampire. Psychic self-defense by John Creeder. Even has some stuff on YouTube if you just search John Creeder, Kreiter, that can help you. But when someone's sending negative energy, accept it with open and loving arms, because you can transmute that negative energy into something positive and life affirming and life giving. So a lot of negative entities, you can use this reverse breathing technique to alchemize that energy and use it for your highest good. But my mom had sent him photos of our trip to Puerto Rico recently, and now I've gotten an influx of spam. Yeah, I think maybe your mom accidentally just poked the bear, or kind of reignited the flame of him just wanting to retaliate in some way. So let's just see any words of wisdom or advice outside of this freeze spell. Anything else Kirsten can do to just get that energy that, any of his negative. It's weird because I want to say negative affection, but it's almost like, yes, he still probably has some feelings for you, but he's not dealing with them in a decent way. Let's see. Yeah, he sees you as the one that got away for sure, but that's his loss. That's his bad. He was the one that pushed you away. And I don't see you ever going back with that death energy there, but this is about you manifesting what you want, creating what you want. So if he is sending negative energy or attacks or spam, maybe just when you do get that spam message, scroll all the way to the bottom and unsubscribe. If he is subscribing you to things, that's a pretty easy fix. Yes, it's annoying. It's something you have to take time out of your day to do. You can even block certain things from coming in. It can be a lot. But I think that's something you can do. And another thing you can do is just completely refresh your energy by creating, and I know it can be very difficult when you use your email address for a lot of things, but maybe possibly creating a whole new email setup that he has nothing to do with, and then letting also your mom know, hey, please don't reach out to him because he's harassing me because you keep poking the bear. Whatever it is, it won't unsubscribe. Interesting. Yeah, maybe even Googling ways to unsubscribe when you can't find a way to unsubscribe. Yeah, a new email would also bring a fresh energy, especially if you do a protection spell around this new email that it's going to be impenetrable by his energy, by any spam energy, just any unneeded energy. This one fell out. Yeah, strength. This is you taking your power back majorly. And it's a very devil energy in the clouds here with the strength card. But I love this. There's a major transformation that does need to take place because you have 3 major arcanas here. So you're going to have to do something pretty proactive, most likely create a new email address. But you can go around to the places you want to still receive email from that are using your current email address and just update that email on these different places. Different subscriptions that you have, or, if it's, paying your power bill or whatever it is, just update your email address in the places you want to still get email from. And of course, keep your email address going in case, something important does still trickle through there. And then as that trickles in, now add that to your new email list, or, update your email information with whatever keeps trickling in. So it might take about a 6-month window of time for you to really solidly go completely over to the new email. But I would say it would definitely be worth your while with what we got going on here. And then that's just one less way he can get to you. If he has no idea what your email address is, can't keep sending stuff. And he might think, oh, I'm really getting her by continuing to send it to your old email, but it's just not registering with you because you've moved on, It'll kind of keep him running in circles. Which, yeah, it kind of sucks because now you have all this extra work to do, but, it will be worth it in the end, getting out from under his constant attacks of this spam. Yeah. So I'd say you're on the right track with possibly just getting a new email address and even continuing to keep the old email address, trying to unsubscribe from certain things. But if there's certain things you just can't unsubscribe from, doing some Google searching. 30 a day. It's ridiculous. That's just, gross. Yeah, not fun. But I would say within about 6 months, if you do start the new one and update it all over the internet and, associated with your bills and, letting your friends know, hey, probably not on social media, he might find or catch wind of that, but, just letting each individual friend know, or texting your friends your new email address, something like this. Do it on a more one-to-one or personal way. It shouldn't get back to him. If you do have mutual friends, I would say maybe just let them continue to send it to your old email, or if you do have the trust of those mutual friends, then maybe let them know, but just tell them, communicate very openly and honestly. I do not want him to know it if that's the case, and you should be fine. All right. Okay, so I hope that resonated. And up next, we got Just Sandy. And sometimes she leaves her question. Sometimes she just wants a general. I will go check to see what we got going on for Sandy. I may have to go before you get to me, what Spirit has for me. Okay, I will timestamp. So we're at 1:20:01. Just Sandy. 1:20:01. And then 42:01 was Brianna's timestamp. So we got an 01 going for everybody. Okay, so Sandy, what does Spirit have for Sandy today, please? All right. Ooh, we got the Strength card. Overcoming adversity, overcoming obstacles. Sandy, if you missed our collective reading, this feels very tied back to what we were talking about in our collective. And we even got a message from our wonderful butterfly here. If you missed it, check it out. But yeah, this feels to me really tuning into that source or sense of inner strength rather than physical outer, strength. Really leaning and relying on that. But what is this in relation to? Is this Sandy's living situation? Is this work? Is this friendships? What is this? What is this having to do with? The Hermit and the Two of Swords. Okay, so this might even be that you're feeling at a crossroads with something in life. There's a bit of confusion with this Two of Swords energy here. Hello, Anna, welcome. And we also have with the Hermit here of, maybe pulling your energy back to do. Yeah, absolutely. I can timestamp it if you need me to. Just let me know. Yeah, pulling your energy back from certain places, people, spaces, to really get some clarity on anything that's confusing or you're just unsure of. But we do have those two major arcana. So this is a pretty major shift or transformation that you're about to undertake. I would say within the next 2 months, there's something major changing for you. It feels very good. It feels to me like you're the driving force of this energy rather than something being thrust upon you out of nowhere. Or if it is thrust upon you, it doesn't feel like it's out of nowhere. You have pretty advanced warning of at least 6 months worth of time. So thinking back to about 4 months from today, something that might have started around there that you're knowing there's something that's shifting or changing for you that you're preparing for. And with this confusion here, I want to get a clarifier on that. Ooh, this one fell off. Ooh, this came out in our collective. So we're right in alignment with what's going on there. Any confusion, you're moving through it very quickly. And of that 2-month window of time we've just given you, I would say within about 3 weeks, between now and 3 weeks from now, you're getting some major clarity or just knowing what direction you're going to move. Because a lot of times there's a stalemate or kind of a stalwart energy of the Two of Swords of, I don't know what to do. Either you're kind of caught between two people or two choices or multiple possibly, or you're just completely unsure of what is my next step. But within 3 weeks, you're getting major clarity on any confusion you're feeling now or in the very near future to really help you in this cycle that's lasting about the next 2 months. What else does Sandy need to know? Ooh, we got a couple good stuff, good things coming in, at least one. Yeah, the Hierophant. So just taking a one day at a time, very traditional way of moving forward. So you're using traditional modes of operation or communication or, if you're signing any kind of contract, it feels very, to the point. This is a contract card. Also, weddings card. If you're attending somebody's wedding, that could just be a one-off message within this message. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles. So there's a bit of patience. Even though you're getting clarity pretty quick over the next 3 weeks, it might take the full amount of that 2 months to really make something happen. Especially if you are moving from one room in the house to another and kind of setting up your studio. It might take you a few months to really get that studio, on and popping and really in alignment with the workflow that you enjoy to know, okay, this is where this goes. This is where this goes. It just might take a little longer than you're hoping to get everything set up and established for yourself. But yeah, just kind of doing a little bit here, a little bit there, not thinking that you have to take one Saturday or Sunday of your whole, week and just really bust it out, 8-10 hours a day. Just doing a little here, a little there is really going to add up and you're going to start to see a lot of results with whatever it is, whether this is moving from one part of the house to another or to me, this feels like a project or something you're wanting to do or accomplish or undertake. You don't have to get it all done, like overnight is really the vibe I'm getting. Could be work related as well, like an idea you have for work or yeah. Let's see, anything else Sandy needs to know? Ooh, yeah, Seven of Cups. I knew this was coming in with this confusion. It's because there's multiple opportunities coming in or available, and that's why maybe there's a bit of confusion of, which one do I take? Which one do I leave? Which one do I, start right now? Which one do I wait on? It's a balance of a lot of good stuff coming in, though. I don't see anything here that's like, oh no. It all feels pretty good to me. Just maybe a bit stressful of making certain things happen in a, condensed timeline. Anything else Sandy needs to know? All right. Emperor. So you might even be dealing with a masculine energy or just really standing into your own masculine energy of, kicking butt, taking names, making things happen. But of course, at the heart, I love it because at the heart of the Seven of Cups is a message of hope. At the heart of the card, the message of the Emperor is this message of success and just making things happen. So hope, having that, making that wish and making it happen is pretty much what this is condensing down to for you. So if there's something that's on your heart that you're just really wanting to experience or have happen or manifest, now's the time to really just start asking, what if I can make this happen? What would that look like if I tried this? And then just kind of start taking a few steps in that direction, taking action in that direction, and just see what unfolds for you. All right, what else? For Sandy. Ooh, I love it. This is beautiful. So the Ten of Cups is just really great emotional fulfillment at home, with friends, with your work, just feeling very emotionally well-rounded. Now my ears are getting hot. Do they look hot? They feel hot. Right here on the top specifically feels very hot. And a lot of times there's that old wives' tale of when someone's ears are burning, that means someone's thinking about you. So there might be someone in this like more woo-woo or kind of more spiritual leaning part of your inner circle or community, someone that really talks about more spiritual or esoteric things, maybe is really connected to signs and synchronicities, that's coming toward you, that's really going to be someone to support you emotionally, just be that emotional shoulder to cry on, or someone who's giving you really great ideas. Could even be your own inner self, your spirit, because, a lot of times when we get the Strength card, to me, that is your inner self, or formerly known as the higher self, is really coming in to help you out in a major way to clear some emotional baggage from the past, to really feel emotionally fulfilled in the now moment. Again, I'm really feeling this time frame or time span going over about the next 2 months or so. All right, anything else Sandy needs to know? All right, and we have here tend the fragile. And I love to see it with this tending, nurturing, kind of patient, kind of puttering around the workspace or the garden kind of energy. There's not really some big major project that needs undertaken once you get it undertaken, that is. But it's just kind of maintaining what's already established. Like if you have a YouTube channel or a Pinterest account or something, it's like you establish it, and then it's just the kind of daily maintenance of whatever it is that you're establishing is really the energy here. Tend to the fragile, and especially the things you feel aren't the strengths of your personality or your business. Really tending to the things that feel like kind of the weak link in the chain. Anyone remember that game show from like I want to say it was the early 2000s called The Weakest Link? You are the weakest link. Goodbye. That lady from, I think she was from the UK, but just like the weakest link. I don't know. It's very interesting. So they would like eliminate something. So you might be eliminating whatever's weakening your just life force, your, a bad habit you're trying to kick or curb, and just tending to that bad habit daily, or just, really empowering yourself daily to keep going, and kicking a bad habit, or even a limiting belief, not feeling worthy, not feeling good enough, is something I think most, if not all of us, struggle with from time to time. But you're kicking that to the curb. That's what that feels like. So I hope that resonated, Sandy. Big hugs to you. It feels to me like you're making a pretty big shift over these next 2 months. And within 3 weeks, you're getting some major clarity on just what you need or want to do to move forward in anything you're confused about right now or in the near future. All right, we got an ad coming in 37 seconds. just enough time to put all these cards away and get a drink. So up next, we got 166 Jackie. Florence has got her card out there, and then Anna has donated for a 1-card read. Okay. So let's see. Yes, Florence, and then Earthy Dave, a 1-card read. Oops. Earthy Dave. 1 card. All right. And there is our current list. Oh, I guess Sandy. We have done Sandy's. And I think we're on our ad right now. Let's take a quick drink and we'll get into Jackie's question. Okay. So Jackie has just graduated. Well, major, amazing congratulations to you. That is no easy feat. So wonderful. Major congratulations. That is awesome. But let's see. It's very interesting. I feel like I want to pull from this Oracle card deck first, and then we will get some tarot in the mix as well. Ooh, one flew right off the bottom here. So she's just graduated and wants to know what possible jobs are lined up. Okay. Ooh, become an alchemist. Very interesting. Very interesting. One of the things that someone could be if they are like an alchemist, like a modern day, I guess, alchemist, you could look as like a mixologist, someone who's like a bartender. I'm not saying that's what you have to do, but you're like alchemizing things. You're transforming something from one state to another, or mixing multiple things together to create something new. That's what these new possible jobs are going to entail. Even if that looks like I don't know, I just heard the word psychology, so I don't know if that's something that you are doing is psychology, or if that's just something you've been interested in, or using your own psychology to break things down and alchemize them into something new. But let's see. And the number 37 is here, which adds up to 10, which adds up to 1. So there is definitely at least one job opportunity opening for you. And it's just going to be a matter of applying or, interviewing for that position to be able to start working in that position. But let's see. Ooh, we got the Sun and the 5 of Wands. So you might even be trying to get into a decently competitive field of career or work right now. But with the Sun coming out, I feel like you're going to outshine the other, applicants or competitors here in some way. So there's at least now 2 opportunities I'm seeing presenting themselves, 2 things you can apply toward, possibly get the interviews on, and at least one of them you're going to be offered. If you're offered both of them, it's going to come down to you deciding, well, which one do I want to take? And maybe even doing a pros and cons list of everything from, the pay, the hours, the type of work environment, how far it is from your home, to try to determine which one you want to take. But I see at least being offered possibly 2 positions here. Maybe even be very interesting. It might even be 2 positions are open in the same company, and you're kind of having to decide which one do I want to apply for. I could really, I qualify for both of these. Which one do I want to do? But let's see what possible jobs are lined up. And it's very interesting because it's almost like you're going to have to be the one boots on the ground out there seeking opportunities. There might even be, I don't know if you, through your university or the school or the place you just graduated from, if they have some available jobs or a list of jobs that they know are searching for employers, right, or employees right now. Yeah. Let's see. Anything else that Jackie needs to know? But I definitely see at least 2 opportunities. As long as you're taking, the due diligence of getting out there, applying, looking, seeking. Yeah, balance. And these 2 opportunities might feel very equally balanced. And that's why it comes down to you doing this pros and cons list. Because you're like, oh, I could picture myself doing both of these jobs, going to both of these places. I think they'd be equally great. So how do I decide? Let's see if we can get an idea of how Jackie can decide between these 2 jobs that seem to be the main opportunities coming. There might even be additional opportunities, but they just aren't as good as these 2. Okay, there's Patience, and then there's the 2 Pentacles. Yeah, again, just they feel equally weighted. On one end I could do this, on one end I could do that. It's very interesting. It might even come down to just which one's farther from your home. and that's the one you don't go with, and you go with the one that's closer to your home. Yeah, because there might even be a bit of a commute with one of these opportunities, and you're just not quite willing to, commute that far, or it's on a busy end of town. You just don't want to get mixed up in trying to find parking and all the headache that comes along with that. So you're almost picking the one that feels a little more slow paced or a little more laid back. So if one's more fast paced, quick moving, you're deciding to go with the one that's a little more laid back between the two options there. But have a bit of patience. I don't know that these opportunities are going to come, just barreling toward you. You might have to do a bit of seeking, a bit of searching, a bit of sussing them out. I'm almost seeing them like hidden, kind of camouflaged in the grass. Like maybe it's a place you walk past every day or you drive past there every day and you have no idea they're hiring for what you would love to do the job of. So do some investigation online, maybe even calling certain places just to see if they're hiring, even if you don't know that they are, because just chances are maybe some places like, actually we're about to post a job. If you're interested, here's the link. You just never know. So make some phone calls, send some emails, get out there, walk around, ask if certain places are hiring, even searching the classifieds or the want ads, if that's even a thing anymore. Online probably is where you're mostly going to find out about these opportunities. Just start doing some investigation, because you might find opportunities where you were just kind of thinking there weren't any. And once you start doing, setting those intentions and putting that energy out there that, hey, I'm in job search mode, opportunities are going to start presenting themselves. Even if it feels like a lighthouse out on the distance, you going toward the lighthouse by way of navigating your ship, going to apply, getting your interviewing, and then hopefully getting that job. But yeah, there's definitely at least two really good potential jobs that you're going to kind of go back and forth on, like, ooh, which one's the best? If not multiple other opportunities, if you're, doing the groundwork and, getting out there and taking action, you're going to find multiple opportunities. And I feel like these places would be really lucky to have you. You're a great worker. You're going to really help them out, and they're going to help you out by supplying a paycheck. So it's going to be a win-win situation. So I hope that resonated, Jackie. Thanks again for your lovely donation. It's always a pleasure to read for you. All right. So Florence, we got a full read for Florence. And then Earthy Deva with a 1-card read on deck, and I can totally timestamp that for her. You're so welcome. Absolutely. All right. I feel like I need to switch gears for Florence's question. We're going to go to this deck now. So Florence, I'm going to go up, scroll up a bit and read your question since I didn't read it yet. I saw that you had posted, but I hadn't read it yet. Okay. 3 years ago, one of my best friends stopped talking to me. I know there was a lot of past life karma between us, and I tried to work on my part. I would like to know where both of us stand with this, and we will come together again. Okay, let's really tune in for Florence. 3 years ago, one of her best friends stopped talking to her. A lot of past life stuff. Where do they stand? And will they come together again? Okay, so let's see where she currently stands in relation to any intention she may have toward you. Because I feel if you are going to come back, to being friends, it's going to be you initiating the contact. I really, at this moment, don't see her wanting to strike up a conversation or even trying to put her energy toward that. Though not to say that she hasn't possibly been trying to find you online or just, trying to keep up with what you got going on. I do feel there is still interest on her end, but let's just see what her intentions are as of this moment right now. All right, we have the Magician. So I would say there's definitely a ray of hope for this relationship. But again, I feel she's probably busy doing her own thing or kind of, I guess, living her best life, which I mean, is good. Even the people that I was once friends with that no longer really talk to or know what they're doing, I still always wish them well and want them to be happy and live a great life. And that's kind of the vibe I'm getting from her is she's still wishing you well, but she's got a lot going on with her own stuff that she's pretty content to just continue as she is. But the 3 of Pentacles, 3 of Earth here is like a collaboration. So I don't know if you met her through some sort of collaborative effort, group effort, online community, something like this. feels like a like-minded endeavor that you possibly met her through. Or even just you guys kind of went your separate ways because of, different things. But this is a work card. So you met her at work. That makes a lot of sense. And then she worked for you. Okay. So it might have been this commonality of work for, this example for you, some kind of I don't know, like coming up or conflict in ideas that maybe had you guys going your separate ways. She wanted to do things one way, you want to do things a different way, or you just didn't see eye to eye on something, and that's what was kind of the departure. Or if you had to fire her, or if she quit on you like unexpectedly, I could totally see why maybe things just kind of went their way. But let's see as far as her intentions moving forward. Yeah, she quit. Okay. Well, yeah, the sun. I would say it's very interesting because I said there's still like a ray of hope. And then we got this major sun card here with the rays. Major transformation. So here's the deal. If you do get back into contact communication with her, she's going to be a lot more mature than she was at the time. And of course, you as well. I feel you've both evolved a lot. You both almost feel unrecognizable to each other's energy because you've both leveled up. You both have worked on a lot of your flaws and enhanced a lot of your strengths in that time. But let's just see if there is a future for Florence and this friend she hasn't spoken to in 3 years. If there is a future for this friendship in this life, we'll say in this life, because it might be a future life that we're tuning into that we're getting a read on in this life. Wow, 10 of Cups, emotional fulfillment. But it's almost like each of you have to recognize the role you each played and have a nice discussion about that, and then show that you're willing and ready to support each other moving forward. But again, Florence, I really do see this as you having to be the one to reach out and communicate how you're feeling and what you're thinking for the future of your connection for this to even ever happen. Because she's just doing her thing, living her life. She thinks about you from time to time, and I do think she wishes you well, but she's just got a lot going on. Does she want to get back in contact? I see a lot of open energy with the Magician, the Sun, and the 10 of Cups. But let's just ask it outright. Is she wanting to get back in contact? All right. Look at that. Past life energy, past in this life energy, nostalgia. I do see there are times or moments that she's got some, reaches some milestone or has an accomplishment or is really excited about something, and you're the first person she thinks of that she wants to tell that good news to. But then she remembers, oh yeah, darn it, I wish we were friends so I could tell her we would be both excited, or she would love this movie, or all the thing that guy just said in that TV show, she would totally love it and get it. Like even inside jokes that you had. There's certain times of maybe the month when the moon's transiting, possibly the sign of Cancer, is really when I feel she's just really thinking of you. So there are definitely times that she just wants to pick up the phone and reach out, but ... everything else that's transpired between now and then. So let's just see if she ever would in this lifetime on this current timeline. Of course, if you continue to do your healing work and you level up, you might switch timelines, which might completely null and void what we're tuning into. So always just keep that in mind. If you hop timelines, something I said was going to happen might not now happen, and vice versa. So keep that in mind, all of you, every time you get a reading. We're reading on current energy, current trajectory, current timeline. If someone else makes a different decision or, pulls back on a decision they were going to make, that can shift timelines. That can shift, reality. Yeah, she knows the timeline thing. Awesome. Okay, so is she planning to reach out at all? Well, we have 5 of Air. That to me feels like a pretty solid ending. 8 of Air is 8 of Swords, being in her head about it. And 7 of Fire, 7 of Wands, feeling like she has to stand up for herself or prove herself or, almost like be in the defensive mode. Well, I did this, this, and this because you did this, this, and this. It almost feels like there has to be this preemptive kind of coming together, getting everything out on the table, airing out all the dirty laundry before this happens. So I would say she's probably 9 times out of every timeline of 10, 9 times out of 10, she's probably not going to reach out to you. But if you were to reach out to her and to, own up to what maybe role you played in the dissolution of the friendship and, tell her where you are now and just touch base, she would be pretty receptive to that. But there would have to be a kind of ironing out of all the past energy and the blame game and the pointing of fingers or, whatever it was that, the animosity and the hard feelings would have to be addressed first and foremost, and a new normal, so to speak, be established before. And I would say 9 times out of every 10 timeline, you would have to be the one to reach out and say, hey, thinking of you, miss you, wish we could have done this and this better, and I apologize for this and this, and how you doing? And yeah, you would have to be the one. I do want to just get one more oracle card, just any words of wisdom or advice for Florence. And because even in my past, I've got friends that I'm pretty sure if I were to reach out to them, they would at the very least be cordial and receive the contact. But I don't know that I want to go to the past and try to pick up where I left off with certain people, because I do think, going even back to childhood, there are certain people that I just, I might be friends with them on Facebook, but I don't really feel the need, at least in this season of life, to rekindle that friendship and try to make it, there were some kids I used to hang out in my neighborhood, close neighbors as kids. And, I still at times will feel the nostalgia of that time of life, and it's so fun and cool, but they've got their own families and they live states and states away, and it would just, I won't say complicate life, but it just wouldn't be easy to, try to be those neighborly, running around the neighborhood kind of friends in this season of life when we all are living our lives, doing our own things. You know what I mean? Doesn't mean they're bad people or I'm a bad person because I don't want to, be that close friend again. It just is what it is, So I guess keep that in mind as well. But let's get one more. Let's go to this little spirit animal deck. Oh, we got one falling to the ground. Okay. All right. So we have the calm chameleon, versatility, camouflage, agility. Careful creature cloaked in colors, bless my heart with peace and patience. So maybe even just coming to peace or to terms with the fact that maybe this relationship served its purpose and now you can just move on and find other close friendships. But that doesn't mean, again, that you can't try to pick up where you left off. But it might almost feel like a fake it till you make it to get the ball rolling again in the relationship, if that's the case with the camouflage message here, or she doesn't maybe say how she totally feels and she just goes with the flow of, oh yeah, that's great, that's amazing, but she doesn't really share her feelings, her true feelings, or maybe you're doing that. Chameleon isn't always the best energy in friendship because it's almost telling someone what we know they want to hear rather than being authentic. So there's a level of either one or the other, or even both of you, just feeling you can't be your authentic self in the relationship because of the past. So, yeah. But I'm sure she wishes you well, and I'm sure you wish her well as well. That was a lot of wells. But at the very least, you can send her love. When you're thinking about her, just send her love. Send her, hope she's doing great kind of energy, and that can only benefit her. And I'm sure I can totally feel she does that to you once in a while when something that reminds her of you comes up and she wants to just pick up the phone and say, hey, so she's sending you love. I can feel that. I just don't know. A lot of times people can't get over the past, or they'll keep bringing it up again. And it's like, can't we just move on? And sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. So yeah. But if you feel like really this overwhelming urge to reach out, I would say there's a reason for that, and maybe try it out, see what happens. All right. So up next, we got Earthy Deva's one card read, and I do believe that is going to do it for us today, unless we get another donation between now and after that. So Earthy Deva, and we are at 1:48:56. Okay. So Earthy Deva, we got her question over on PayPal email comment thingy. Hi, Amanda. How can I improve my relationship? I feel it's going better with the believing it's true part, but I still want to be more secure and allow and enjoy it more. Thank you. You're so welcome. And as I was reading that, I got this download of this being tied to a past life, and you know, and specifically the past life that we tuned in with. I do feel this was you. Correct me if I'm wrong, Anna. I do feel this was you with the him as the actress and you as the male fiance, and the crash and him passing away, and the feeling, that one of you left too soon in the relationship. Correct me if that was you. And I don't even remember the actress's name. It's been a minute. But we like sussed it out like on like live, and we even found who the actress was, and we all had chills. And I don't even think you were there for that, but like the people participating in the chat were like helping me out, like researching things. Oh my gosh, it was so fun. I'm pretty sure that I'm like 99.99999% that was you. But it feels like it's tied to this past life of, if it wasn't you, a very similar dynamic type of past life. But let's see, guidance, wisdom, anything, any advice for Anna in feeling more secure in the relationship. Yeah, again, feeling left out of the cold, but it almost feels like there was some sort of crash or something and you're left on the outside, feeling left behind. So again, there's this past life element of feeling left behind, left out, not good enough, not worthy, that's still coming into play in this connection. Let's get some advice on how to close this out, please, to help Anna feel more secure in this relationship and just in her own personhood in general. Yeah, 5 of air, 5 of swords, just feeling like the, again, very conflict, very left out energy here, very fighting, not being heard, not being seen, not being loved in the way that you deserve, kind of thing. And it's not to say that your relationship is doing anything nefarious, not at all, but just energetically speaking, tied to this past life, you feel like cut out, left behind, let go of, but possibly cutting out, letting go of the feeling of loss and separation and not feeling the worth. And it's very interesting. We have a tower, like a clock tower in the back there, but that tower is standing firm and strong and almost like that lighthouse energy. So the tower moment, meaning you won't lose each other in this life the same way, or if you guys eventually do go separate ways, not saying that that's happening, but just for sake of argument here, it'll be both of you coming to that idea that, yeah, this isn't for the best and going your separate ways. It won't be that one or the other of you was ripped out of each other's lives, okay? So you can rest assured in this life that that's not going to happen. And if you can heal any thoughts of that being the case, you can really thrive and flourish in this relationship with each other. So let's see if she can really get past and heal that, what will take place. Still, we're getting it. Yes, closing out the cycle, completing the wheel of karma and moving on to something more beneficial and fortunate. Yes, and quite possibly if you guys do like move in together or get married eventually, there's a lot of wealth you guys can generate as a power couple. Even if just getting married triggers one or the other of your birth charts to start really accumulating wealth, like that's what happened with my husband and I. We both would mutually benefit from being married. And specifically with my husband's chart, he's got a loaded 7th house. He's got 4 planets in that 7th house. I'm not sure where his outer planets lie. I'm trying to think. I don't think any of them are in Leo. No. Might be in Virgo. Yeah. I think, well, he's got 4 planets for sure in the 7th house. But, he has a lot of karma to pay to other people from past lives and specifically his partner. But him getting married really triggers his 11th house of income and also his 2nd house of income and assets and all of that. So just the fact of him getting married, major bump up in his, pay and job titles and stuff like that. So I see a mutually beneficial thing if you two do end up getting married and, all of that. But you will be closing this cycle. Anything from that past life, you will be able to close it out if you set major intentions to close out anything that is hindering your happiness and security in the relationship in this life. So you might want to light a candle, do some sort of spell or ritual to clear the karma or the cords or the Akashic records from that past life or any other time, space, reality, and lifetime that is still interfering with your sense of security in this relationship. Anything else Anna needs to know for her benefit or guidance of this security? Past life confirmation, there it is. 6 of water. But remembering also the good parts of that past life and incorporating those into this life can be very beneficial for your guys' finances, I see. And also just feeling nurturing and loving and really like you're both there for each other, a good support system for each other. Because if you're getting the benefit of the negative parts of that past life, you're also possibly potential can tune into the benefits, the actual benefits of your connection in that past life, and really bring that center stage and heal and close out cycles from the more negative aspects of the loss of the loved one in that past life that really contributed to this life. I feel like I need one more. Any other word of guidance or wisdom for Anna? There it is. Celebrate the little things. Pretty much what we were just saying, just tune into those, good things from that past life. That'll really benefit, really help you. And we have the number 43 there, which adds up to a 7, which, 7 is that very spiritual number. 2023, 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 3 equals 7. Universal year number 7. So this is going to be a great year to really do that introspection into what roles you played in the past and even in this life that you can, close out certain cycles or really tune into other cycles to really enhance what you got going on, to feel that more secure and stable part. Like you're an equal in the relationship and that you feel good in the relationship. And that will start trickling into other relationships as well, Anna. So big hugs to you. I hope that very soon you'll be feeling more joy and security in your relationship. Because I feel it's a great relationship. It just would be the added bonus of being able to actually feel how great it is. You know what I mean? All right, you guys. I think that's going to do it for us. I am about the 2-hour mark of this live stream. Just a little shy of that. I may or may not be live on Wednesday, and if I am, most likely Mr. Arthur, fingers crossed, all goes well, and we actually get him, and my bad nightmare dream doesn't come true that we don't. I don't see that happening, though. Or that he's just sleeping at that time or something. I wouldn't probably wake him up to come be on a live stream, because when a puppy sleeps, that's when you get your work done. You're so welcome, Florence. Thanks for joining us, and thanks again for your lovely donation. And all of the rest of you that have donated today as well. Thank you so much. I need to remind myself right now to go put these timestamps up. And also, yeah, I love you guys and I hope to see you Wednesday, even if it's just a short little live stream to introduce the little guy. So if you normally donate before the live stream, I would say Wednesday, just hold off just in case I can't continue the live stream if he's being a little biter or unruly or something and I gotta go and take care of him. And of course, Friday's kind of also up in the air as far as just getting him used to being a member of the family and settled down that I can work for a few hours uninterrupted. That would be good. So yeah, hope to see you there on Wednesday if I'm live or Friday. Over on the Done Creative, we have some pick-a-cards. Let's see. I think the one that went up today, or no, yesterday was What's Ahead for You, but that one has been available over on Harmony Portal Tarot. Taking a bit of a break over on Harmony Portal Tarot just because I haven't had a lot of time to even film something new. So a lot of what you're seeing on the Done Creative is just old Harmony Portal Tarot videos being popped up over there. Haven't even filmed the June pick-a-card, and I normally like to have that filmed by about the 15th of the month and posted by no later than the 17th of the month. Didn't happen this month, so hopefully we can get June filmed early next week. Or I even thought I might go live just to film a pick-a-card live, and then I can, after the fact, go ahead and upload those timestamps. Just to get you guys a June reading, because the filming just hasn't been happening over here because sicknesses, busyness, baseball, all sorts of end of the school year activities and concerts and band concerts and music programs and field trips aplenty, and there's more field trips coming up. Let's say it's Thursday, which doesn't interfere with what we got going on here. And then the 31st, I have one the 31st. Is that next Wednesday? I think so. So my husband will be working from home that day to hang out with the dog. It is next Wednesday, so I won't be live next Wednesday because we got the field trip at that time. So wah, wah. I guess I won't be live Wednesday. But I will try to be live then on Friday instead. We have an ad coming in 45 seconds, so I'm just going to get out of here so you don't have to have that ad. We will go. I will see you guys next time, hopefully, which will be Friday, a week from now, rather than Wednesday. But I love you, and I will see you next time right here on Harmony Portal Tarot Live. All right, you guys. Bye.